guy training in the triangle.
Who is this guy?
Dan Smith. That's what
no, this guy is Tom
earlier.
Stevens.
No, he's not. This is Dan Smith.
Where's Dan Smith? Oh, it's Matty Smith. What gym is Matt Smith part of? Is that Dan Smith, yeah? Is that Dan Smith?
Yes. And Matty Smith in the red.
Well, here we go, Dan. Another fight in the Vice City Showdown as we see Matty Smith in the red take on Dan Smith in the black. You said you've seen Dan Smith train before. What have you made of his fighting?
I'm seeing him hitting the bag in the triangle. He looks very dedicated. Looks very dedicated. It looks like he's been training hard for this fight, coming out of the Hayworth Boxing Gym Focus Fit. Matty Smith comes out swinging.
Now, once again, another energetic start from both fighters. England flags on the short of Matty Smith, which is pretty relevant given that the World Cup starts soon. But anyway, on to the boxing. Big swings going in. Right, a bit of time just stopped there. I didn't really know what that was for. I think, well, obviously the jaw of Dan Smith is just being checked. He's actually got a mark on him already from Matty Smith. He's sort of nodding in the corner. Matty Smith's corner's a bit frustrated at the fact that they're putting this much time in the round to be looking at.
As a coach, you would be. Your fighter's just made some damage and you just want them to carry on.
So. See blood coming down.
So yeah, you can see the cut on the left eye of Dan Smith. Matty Smith will be looking to target that with his right hands.
Some real strong punches going in. Both fighters conditioned well. And they hit hard, as you can see. Dan Smith looking for some revenge.
And Dan Smith, he's landing a big left hook there.
Matty Smith shouting at the referee there, disapproving
Smith
of his decision.
Really looking like a warrior with that left cut streaming down his face. It's just a case of keeping it protected and not letting Matty hit it anymore. He looks,
wow.
Dan Smith really coming back well.
10 seconds left. Body shot there from Matty Smith. The jab going in.
And he puts him down. Seems like a slip at the end of the referee's confirmed it's a slip, but that's a big ending to the round.
Round two about to commence after a gripping first.
Dan Smith going straight in there.
We've seen some great fights so far down here in the Vice City Showdown, but this is certainly up there in the intensity, the strength, the hard-hitting punches coming in from both fighters. But Dan Smith certainly in the ascendancy.
Good, so it's the battle of the Smiths.
You could.
We will.
Well, it felt that when Dan Smith got the cut, Matty was really on top, but now it's hard to see.
He's really not letting the cut make a difference. It's good to see.
You can see some of the bloods even on the body of Matty as he remains in the centre, dodging Dan's hook. Wow,
fantastic fight between Dan Smith and Matt Smith so far. Dan Smith, the blood is streaming from Dan Smith's face. As The referee takes another look.
Just see Matty Smith looking at some of the crowd. I think you can obviously tell some of the crowd there are giving their motivation towards him.
The only thing that comes to mind is you want Matty to be fully embedded in the fight. Looking over to the crowd may distract him as Dan Smith lands a big left hook and gets him in the corner. He's roughing him up well as we approach the final 10 seconds of the round.
Quite an awkward stance there at a time when Matty Smith was just having the pressure on him from Dan. His legs were fairly wide. You can see them touching gloves, so respect between the two, given the fact that they are laying each other with punches and trying their utmost. Well, here we go. The final round in a really enthralling contest so far.
Dan Smith has really surprised me. I must say, after that cut, I thought it might not look too good for Dan, but he's had an absolutely incredible response.
Just got him in a headlock there, in a brief headlock. That's what it looked like. Cheers from the corner of Matty Smith as he goes in for a second time. Both corners saying to their fighters to go with the jab. Matty Smith having his best spell since he cut the face of his opponent. Another strong hit, but Dan doesn't look affected.
He's throwing some big punches here, Dan Smith.
Break it up, says the referee. Do not take your eyes off this one.
Matty Smith just pins the chin of Dan Smith back, which will be a point on the scorecards.
Matty Smith's corner, it's like they're chanting jab, 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 rather than just instructing. They've got a bit of...
You would like to see both fighters use a bit more of the jab here. Obviously it's the third round, so they will be looking to cause damage, but I just feel if one of the fighters was to really start focusing on the jab, they could really start winning this round, where both fighters are very tired. They could really start using the range well and just keeping each other away. Dan Smith really starting to land now as Matty Smith is struggling. The corner of Dan Smith screaming, keep going, as he gets Matty Smith in the corner. Big shots are being thrown back. And wow, that is the third round.
Oh, look at that.
A fantastic fight.
That's brilliant.
We see a battle of the Smiths. Very fond of each other, it seems, at the end.
The judges announcing your winner by unanimous decision, MATTY!
Wow! He's happy, I think it's fair to say.
To him. He put his all into that.
He's celebrating, he went up to the corner. I mean, Dan Smith did a superb advert of what he's about. He'll be gutted, but Matty Smith, he threw up on the canvas.
Dan Smith has absolutely nothing to